Doctoring. HCF Porsche AG, commonly abbreviated as Porsche, is a German automaker known for its high-performance sports automobiles. In 1931, Ferdinand Porsche established the Doctoring H.C.F. Porsche GmbH alongside Adolf Rosenberger and Anton Pitsch. The main headquarters were located in Kronenstrasse 24 in Stuttgart's city center. Initially, the company provided consultancy and motor vehicle development services, but it did not produce any cars under its own brand. The German government tasked the fledgling firm with designing a people's car, a Volkswagen, as one of its first projects. As a result, the Volkswagen Beetle became one of the most popular automobile designs of all time. In 1939, the Porsche 64 was created using numerous components from the Volkswagen Beetle. During World War II, Volkswagen's production shifted to the Kübelwagen 52,000 and Schwimmwagen 15,584 military versions of the Volkswagen Beetle. During the war, Porsche developed numerous heavy tank concepts, but Henschel & Son won both contracts that resulted in the Tiger I and Tiger II. The chassis Porsche designed for the Tiger I was utilized as the basis for the Elephant tank destroyer, therefore not all of this effort was for naught. In the final phases of the war, Porsche created the Maus Super Heavy tank, producing 2 prototypes. Thousands of people were forcibly taken to work at Porsche's plants during the war, according to Fabian Müller, Ferdinand Porsche's biographer. At all times, the personnel wore the letter P on their attire. It didn't stand for Porsche, but rather Poland. The Volkswagen factory at KDF was taken over by the British after the close of World War II in 1945. Ferdinand was fired from his role as chairman of Volkswagen's board of directors, and the factory was handed over to Ivan Hurst, a British Army major. Ferdinand was arrested for war crimes on the 15th of December of that year, but he was never tried. Ferry Porsche, Ferdinand Porsche's son, chose to build his own car during his 20-month imprisonment since he couldn't locate one that he liked. Until his father's release in August 1947, he had to lead the company through some of its most trying times. In Gmünd, Austria, the earliest models of what would become the 356 were made in a small sawmill. The prototype car was displayed to German auto dealers, and when pre-orders reached a certain level, Porsche Construction in Gmünd, created by Ferry and Louise, began production. The 356 is widely regarded as the first Porsche because it was the company's first model to be sold. After the 356's production was taken over by the father's Doctoring HCF Porsche GmbH in Stuttgart in 1950, Porsche commissioned Reuter Carrosserie, a Zuffenhausen-based manufacturer that had previously collaborated with the firm on Volkswagen Beetle prototypes, to build the 356's steel body. Porsche built an assembly factory, Werk 2, across the street from Reuter Carrosserie in 1952. Porschestrasse is now the major road in front of Werk 1, the oldest Porsche facility. In 1948, the 356 received its road certification. Porsche's logo is based on the coat of arms of the Free People's State of Württemberg, which existed from 1918 until 1933 in Weimar, Germany and had Stuttgart as its capital. Since the company's headquarters were in Stuttgart, the arms of Stuttgart appear as an escutcheon in the middle of the logo. Because heraldic achievements never spell out the armager's name or hometown in the shield, the heraldic symbols paired with the texts Porsche and Stuttgart do not make a traditional coat of arms. After the political unification of West Germany in 1949, Württemberg-Baden and Württemberg-Hohenzollern both became part of the current region of Baden-Württemberg in 1952. But the original design of the Württemberg arms lives on in the Porsche emblem. Ferdinand Porsche died of complications of a stroke on January 30, 1951, not long before Baden-Württemberg was formed. Because parts were in short supply in post-war Germany, the 356 car utilized pieces from the Volkswagen Beetle, notably the engine case from the internal combustion engine, transmission, and various suspension components. While in production, the 356, however, went through multiple evolutionary stages, A, B, and C, with most Volkswagen-sourced parts being replaced with Porsche-made parts. The 356's engines started using engine casings built exclusively for the 356 in 1954. Erwin Komenda, who also developed the Beetle's exterior, created the streamlined bodywork. Porsche's hallmark designs have always included air-cooled rear engine arrangements, which are uncommon among other car manufacturers but provide well-balanced vehicles. In 1964, the firm debuted the Porsche 911, another air-cooled, rear-engine sports vehicle, this time with a 6-cylinder boxer engine, following a good degree of success in motor racing with several models including the 550 Spider, and with the 356 in need of a substantial redesign. Ferdinand Alexander Porsche, Ferry Porsche's eldest son, led the team that designed the body shell, F.A. Erwin Komenda, who had managed the body design department until then, had internal problems throughout the design phase for the 911. Komenda allegedly made unapproved changes to the design, according to F.A. Porsche. Ferry Porsche, the company's president, took his son's sketches to Reuter, a nearby chassis maker. Reuter then went on to found Keeper Recaro, a seat maker. Every project was assigned a sequential number, however the 901 nomenclature violated Peugeot's trademarks on all X0X designations, therefore it was changed to 911. The proper number sequence for racing vehicles was 904, 906, 908. Porsche's most well-known model, the 911, has been a success on the racetrack, in rallies, and in terms of road car sales. It is still in production, but after several generations of revisions, current model 911s only share the basic mechanical design of a rear-engined, 6-cylinder coupe, as well as basic stylistic cues, with the original car. The 912 was a cost-cutting variant with the same body but a 356-derived 4-cylinder engine. After learning about Soichiro Honda's no family members in the company policy at Honda, Ferry Porsche decided that the company's legal form should be converted from Kommanditgesellschaft, or limited partnership, to Aktiengesellschaft, or public limited company, in 1972. As a result, an executive board with members from outside the Porsche family was formed, as well as a supervisory board made up mostly of family members. Most family members involved in the company's operation, including F.A. Porsche and Ferdinand Piëch, left as a result of this transition.